Hello, everyone, and welcome to Same 6 Wednesday. It's been a while since I've done this. I took a break from the last one, and I am so excited to do this. Again, we have Jamie and, Jamie and Barbara and Marie and Lisa, myself, and Tanya. So I have them all here. I got them all. I'm ready to go. But today we're working with Jamie's stuff. So I will put all the rest of this back to the side. And I'll be honest, I haven't picked anything except this one because I kind of needed to know what I was going to do. So my first idea was on cardboards, and I've scored them so that they'll fold. Is that how it's going to be put together? I don't know yet, but I do really want to work on the corrugated cardboard. So I'm sticking with my first idea. Let's hope we can make this work. So here we have the envelope, and I love how she always lists laser printed crackle background, a library card, a real one from a real library, microfiche card from Ford, because she has so many and they're kind of cool, Tim Holtz paper doll, strip of pearls, metal page corner, and white cardstock just to keep everything in place. And she did a really good job at that. What am I going to do? I have no idea. I don't even know what color scheme, if I'm going to do a color scheme. I know nothing. So y'all get to see me experiment and play around. I'm going to actually tape that to my mat here so I don't lose it. That would be something I would do. And I'll do the same thing with the pearls. I think I can keep these from getting lost. So we have this gorgeous background, this microfiche thing. 1991 Ford Lincoln Mercury Master Microform Parts Catalog. Man, I wish I could read that. The library card and the Tim Holtz little guy. So we're going to set these over here and look at them. We're going to look at this, and we're going to think for a minute. And I know I got to tear some cardboard here. I got to tear off so you can see the corrugate. Corrugate, is that a word? Put all my extra things to the side because you never know when you're going to need them. Because, when this is all done, I got to do a cover, right? I don't know that I want to take anything off of this side because it's already kind of got a crease, so you never know how strong that'll be. Excuse my cough and my congestion. I woke up a little bit creepy this morning. It's almost summertime, so you got to have that first summer cold. So I think we're good there. Let's figure out where we're going from here. I see a lot of red in here, and I'm not a red person, but I just got a red StazOn, so I guess we're going to go with red because we can. So let's do some inking. See what we think. It's paper, it's cardboard, it can all be, thrown away, repainted, all that good stuff. Let's get a paper towel. And make sure that's not going to bleed all over us. And then if I decided I really didn't like it, I could take my sanding block, which has seen better days, and rough it up a bit, which I think I like better. I think I'm going to have to break down and dig out another sanding block because this one is just... Oh, wait, there's one whole good side. Just because that it matches and it looks good, but it's just a little bit red for me still. You know, sometimes you only can work in certain colors. But this isn't going to be one of those. I'm keeping the red, but I just want to emphasize some of this corrugate, whatever it's called. So I'm just going to add a little brown to it. Okay. I'm not really worrying about this because I kind of believe that this is going to be on top of there. So let's get out the paper trimmer and trim this down. See what I really like this, but I like this too. So let's just trim off the white edge first and go from there. So you all get to be a part of the process because I have no idea. No idea. It's been a long time since I've played with this group. It's been a long time since I've played, period. But we'll see. Surely I can. Yeah, this is the corner I like. I'm going to avoid this part where I've done the score line because my other thought is to put fabric on it and make hinges, but I'm not sure about that either. Just play that one by ear. Okay, so we've got it pretty much. It's not quite the same size or shape, but that's okay. It's art. I like it. Let's add a little more darkness on the edges of this paper, and I wanted to add it a little bit where it, like right in here where the paper's not covering it perfectly, just to kind of create a shadow. This is some really cool paper. It looks like I might actually have a little bit of this left to use on my cover, whatever that might be. Actually, I shouldn't say that. The minute I knew what I was going to do with the cardboard, I pretty much knew what I wanted to do for the cover. Something I've not done before, so we'll just have to hope it works. Okay, I'm really happy with that, so let's put some glue on the subject and get her up there. little strings and papers everywhere. But I suppose it's an art room. Aren't you supposed to? Okie doke. There we go. So we have a background. We have to include these other special little things. My card is just about exactly the right size, but I'm not sure what I want it to do. I think I like the idea of it flipping out, but I'm not positive. This is a small substrate for me, so we're going to have to add some frou-frou with the pearls. That goes. I love that against the corrugated cardboard. Okay. And I think this little guy needs to look like he's standing on, or not standing on something, but leaning on that, like that. Oh, okay. So you don't all have to sit here and see me audition and think and all that good stuff. I'm going to pause it and come back when I've got an idea. So hang on, folks. Okay, I've played around a little bit. Still not 100% sure, but I think there's going to be some eyelets involved. And I like this little guy standing there leaning on that card. So let's go ahead and glue him down because that I like, and I know that's going where I have decided to put it. So let's get the glue off the back of his head because we don't want him to glue down to something else. And we're going to leave this here for now because I may do something else to it. In fact, I'm thinking, as I'm going along, I'm thinking that I want to stitch around it and add something else to it. So on this, I've decided I want to trim it down. I like nice rounded corners, but I'm going to cut off the words if this trimmer works for that. Perfect. And I'm going to cut it off down here, mostly because this way it's got 2 square corners. So that's my first thought. We still have all of our goodies laying here. I'm thinking I was going to do it like this, but now that I've cut it, I realized that I cut it smaller. Oh, but it could be a side pocket. Okay, so this is where it's going to go. And I'm going to eyelet it on if I don't screw it all up. So let's grab a clamp and see if that helps with the first part. So I got to poke a hole. And I'm using my crocodile that I absolutely do not like. But it does the job, so I'm going to do it. I don't like it because these old eyes just can't get in there and focus on it. So I chose copper because I've a lot of eyelets to choose from. But this way I don't have to sit and pick which color I'm using. All right, let's see if we can get this in there correctly. Because if I can't get it to work, I may have to go to the old-fashioned and use my hammer. Oh, yeah. Love it. Love it. Love it. So we've got one. And I was looking for the tool and I had it in my hand. That's ridiculous. Okay, let's put one down here. And one in the middle, because I know what's going in there isn't going to fall out on the side like that. So we have those ready to do the eyelet part. Stay. Let's go ahead and clamp that back down just so it doesn't rock and roll. That one doesn't want to go in very good. There we go. Yeah, that didn't work. Well, I only have probably 30 more to go before I can screw them all up. Perfect. Okay, let's poke some more holes. And okay. Not very evenly spaced, but hey, that's all right. Actually, this tool's been pretty, we'll just not even say it until we're done. Pretty cooperative today. You know what? I forgot to round this corner. I wanted to round that corner. Surely, somewhere in this mess is a quarter rounder. And it's not going to work, so we will just do it the old-fashioned way. I'll just do a pair of scissors. It's not perfect, but it's good. So I have this little pocket, but I love the words, and I think they need to be in here. So, yeah, we'll just use this words. Just no rhyme, no reason. Just want to put them on there. So, we'll poke a hole and eyelet that end. And I was going to punch the other one, but the way that grabbed on, I think we'll just go ahead and get the eyelet on here so it's in the right place. Because that little plastic thing's a bit slippery. Now let's poke our hole. And one more eyelet. Woohoo! Now I am going to do my projects each of the same 6 Wednesdays on the other side. So I'll have to do something to cover the eyelets or change my mind, which it could happen. It could happen. So I was wondering if, let's try this. I don't want to use, well, maybe, no, we're going to use this because I don't want the, oop. That worked. Just enough to see it, you know. Let's put the back side of this in here so I don't get marks everywhere. Just because the stays on should stay on, right? There we go. Now it's a little more visible. So we've got all that. We got our cute little tag. And I'm going to go stitch around this because that's my thought process and I need to do what I think, right? Boy, that puts a shine on there, doesn't it? So I went and stitched around my tag. It's going to go right here. And I decided it needed a little collage in the corner. So I grabbed a little piece of what I tore off of the background. And I do like to use everything that comes in the same 6. We send 6 items. And we have to use, I think it's at least 3. But I like to use all 6. And I try to do it with only tools and inks on my end. So the eyelets are kind of a tool. That's what we're going to say. But I wanted to add a little, because it kind of gets lost there. So I wanted to add a little washi tape to it. If I can get it to open. And I always put glue on my washi tape. Sometimes I get lucky and I get one that's really sticky, but most of the time I don't. I'm going to tear this. Let's go ahead and just stick it right, this little piece right down there, because it didn't tear like I wanted. But I don't want that one, so let's try down here. That'll work. So I'll just stick it right there. And since this is already gluey, and we'll put it right here. Just because I can. And then let's put a little bit of this one on here. You know what? I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to use a little piece of the washi tape that Miss Jamie Lynn used to hold our stuff. And just a little something there to make it look cool. So there we go. Now I still have to use the pearls and the corner. I could use the corner here, except I rounded the silly thing. Oh no, it will stay. But it gets in the way of that guy. So maybe, what about on them? No. What about right there? Perfect. So let's get out a pair of pliers and I am using plain old pliers on this. So I'm going to put a piece of paper back there to keep the pliers from marring the cover or the front of it, because I'm squeezing pretty hard. Absolutely. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so now we have pearls. And I could put the pearls on the tag, but it just doesn't seem right to me. I want them to be seen, and I think they need to be seen through the cardboard. So I think they're going to go right there, because I don't want to put any too much extra bulk in here, because I don't know what the rest of the pages are going to be, and I want to make sure I've got room to bind it if that's what I decide to do. So pull off the pearls, and I'm going to put them right here. A little piece of cardboard fiber there. And then while I was up, I decided that I thought that the eyelets needed to have 2 uses. So I cut some cotton twine, and I'm just going to tie this onto the edge. Nothing fancy, just tying a knot. And I cut these probably 6 to 8 inches long, probably closer to 8, because, you know, this is a roll of twine from the Dollar Tree, and I'd rather waste a little bit and not fight tying that knot than struggling with the knot. So, and I may have to put a little glue on that, just, you know, see how it holds up. But for now, this is how I want to do it. And if I decide I don't like the white or off-white of that, I could always dye it with some ink. Let's get our scissors, because I want these to be short. And I did cut one long piece here, and I think I may be messing up since I wanted to do my other piece on the back of this, but we'll see. I'll do what works. And tie this. I'm going to tie one more knot. Cut that down a little bit. And the last thing I'm going to do is fray out these edges. See if this little tool will work. Not really. A little bit, but not as fast as I wanted. So all I'm going to do is just unravel so it's really stringy. Probably this would work best. I just grabbed a needle because it was closer than a pokey tool. Just a little tip. I've done this on some book pages with the waxed cotton cord that I use. And I used the heat gun on it after I separated them so they weren't stiff. And it melted all the wax out. So just a added little tip there. So that's my plans, is to finish fraying this out. I might add a little distress ink to it because I want it to look like it's been there forever. And maybe the same thing over here. I know it'll go onto the plastic, but you know what? It's okay because this is going to wipe off. So I have used the background paper, the microfiche, the pearls, the corner, the person, and the tag. And I really, really, really like it. It's really simple, but I like it. And I will be honest, Jamie Lynn, this was a challenge, but I made it work, and I'm really happy with it. So I hope you all get a chance to follow everybody down in the bottom and go check out what they did for Same Sex Wednesday. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.